Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We got a 3v3 for you here. This one's been sent in to us by Madara Uchiha, and as always, let us go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. So, starting off with the defenders. We have Madara Uchiha playing as Egypt, Volcan. Well, all right, I think this is how you say this. Vulcan Pissy? Or is it Volk and Pisse? I don't know. We'll see at the end, and then you can judge for yourself how you enunciate this gamer handle. And playing as Sparta, we have Jamie Bear. Attacking over here, we have playing as Nabatea. Fearful 2468 playing as Galatia. We have Doc Dingo, and playing as Kush we have Nachin Vegas. I've taken stock. I have to make sure I didn't do this one, which I didn't. The only reason why I got a little confused for a second is because Sparta is on the field, and if you remember, we did do a battle at Kalamudin or whatever. I know this has like many different names, where Sparta was on attack and they didn't do too well. But yeah, we didn't see this one. I'm almost positive. All right, so we'll start with Galatia. Galatia is bringing. We got lots. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Galatian legionaries. We have 1 Celtic slinger. We have to assume that they have 3 Syrians hiding somewhere else. And of course, we can't see the rest of his army composition. And he also has a big old ballista boy. Then right over here, Nabatea is bringing what we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 noble swords, and also a big old ballista boy. Rest of the army, of course, is also hiding. And then Kush, last but not least, is bringing. They also have a ballista, just a wee. It's a little baby ballista. And then they have, what do we got here? Some Nubian spearmen, and we have some shotels, Nubian spears. That's a lot of Nubian spearmen. That's a lot of Nubian spearmen. Another shotel. That might be too many Nubian spearmen. Shotel, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 armored Shotel warriors, Kushite Royal Guard, and then 4 Royal Kushite archers, some of the best archers in the game. Now, moving on to the defenders here. We'll start with Egypt. Thorax Swordsman, we have quite a few units of carrying axemen on the field. A single bronze chevron up. Not a bad unit. Not the best, but not bad. They have axes, so they get a little bit of AP damage. Melee defense is 39. Not great, not terrible. Armor's 45. That's a baseline for most units in the game. And then 30 melee attack with the bump and 26 weapon damage. And a 21 charge bonus, too, which, you know, it's not like, holy crap, that's a great charge bonus. But 21 for a medium melee infantry unit, that's super cheap. I would attest that that's not too bad. General is a Royal Peltist unit. We have some more Thorax Swordsmen up here. 2 units of Cretan archers hanging out. Of course, we have some more carrying axemen. And then we have 1 Nubian bowman and 1... Or no, wait. Yeah, okay. 1 Nubian bow, 1 Cretan archer. Some more Thorax swords. It looks pretty much across the board. And then way over yonder here, we have some Ptolemaic Cab getting ready to do some sneaky stuff. 1 more unit of... one more unit of Royal Peltists. And then we have 2 Thorax Pikemen right up top here, ready to hold the line. Moving on to Sparta, we have some Perioikli. I don't know. I can't say. Can you say it? You try and say it. See, do better than me. I can't. Let me try it again, just so I can butcher it. To all my Greek watchers, I apologize. Perioikoi. Perioikoi? I don't know. Pikes. He's got pikes. He's Royal Spartan General. Now we have 2 units of heroes of Sparta. What do we have as far as archers? 3 units of Cretans. And 1, 2, 3, 4 Another unit of Paraglide pikes. So 4 Spartan hoplites, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Spartan hoplites ready to go. And that appears to be it for Sparta. Not a bad place for him to be, honestly, in the back. However, he is kind of paired up against Kush, which Sparta is heavily armored, and Kush likes to slice through armor like butter. So this could be a bad pairing. Honestly, I think Pergamon would have been better over here since they get Galatian swords. But we do have to remember that Kush has brought like 9,000 Nubian spearmen, so there's that. Anyway, moving right along. Definitely not judging. Pergamon is bringing, of course, oh no, Pergamese Noble Cav, not a game of spears. Okay. 30 spears, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 Thurio spears. Is that it? Looks like 4 Thurio spears, at least so far. What do we have here? 6, 7 Thurio spears. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A game of spears. 2 units of pikemen right here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 picked peltists. A solid unit. Honest to God, a solid unit. Because they absolutely can get stuck in and dish out some serious damage. Melee defense is 40. Armor is 65. That's nothing to shake a stick at, you know what I mean? Quite literally, that's nothing to shake a stick at. Melee attack's 28, not great. Weapon damage, 36. Charge bonus is 12. Can they go toe-to-toe? Definitely not. Can you throw them in behind an enemy unit that's already engaged with you or an allied unit? Definitely. And they'll probably do pretty good, too. Kind of like the Heaven Numidian skirmishers, only not as good. And that's it. So we have 48 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock. Let's get this underway and see what happens here. Egypt not coming out right away. Not waiting might be a pretty decent idea to do. I mean, especially you don't know what they actually have in the trees or what set of trees they're all hiding in. But I am willing to bet that he does have some of his forces right here. And then since we see the Celtic Slingers here, I have to also assume that there's something here, or even quite possibly something in here. But I mean, he could, if he wanted to, bring them out, move them up a little bit, just to get them ready. But hey, neither here nor there. Artillery here is in... I think they could probably hit the wall here. I think he has the angle for that, but honestly, it's not in a bad position to get some shots off into the settlement. Especially if you can reach far enough. Unfortunately, we can't see the trajectory of enemy artillery. So that's a little unfortunate, but that is what it is. Here we go, some shots out. Egypt's trying to get some shots in on these advancing Galatian legionaries. Definitely not a bad thing to do or go after. I personally, though, I would wait a little bit. I'd wait one for them to get a little bit closer, so that I could potentially get a better angle on these Galatian legionaries. And also, sometimes I feel like it's not worth destroying the siege equipment just because. Keep them moving. Don't let them stop. I feel like we've been seeing that a lot lately. Just because you end up using so much ammunition, and then, only one tower is destroyed. He's still going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 towers left, but neither here nor there. Nabatea is firing his shots off. Has a nice little defensive formation for his thing here. Do they actually... Oh, no. Oh, Pergamon. You poor, sweet summer child, you. No, that's okay. So wall's going to get knocked down over here, which is kind of okay. It looks like, you know, they've stepped back a little bit from the wall. And that's going to allow Nabatea to get in here, but at the same time, they're going to be hemmed in, especially if Egypt and Pergamon can hold this front down. They really won't be able to get anywhere, especially if they can prevent them from neutralizing this gate house, or guard tower, rather. Then yeah, this will provide a lots of overwatch. Meanwhile, Kush is moving up in force. Love to see it, actually. I feel like the last couple battles that we've covered, we've seen the attacking force not really move up with their attacking force. So this is good to see. Big shots coming out. Going after what? I don't even know. Looks like he just has auto fire on, which is unfortunate because they're just going to keep firing at whatever. And honestly, if I'm him, I'm going to be trying to go after the little baby ballista. The little baby ballista. It's so tiny and little. Anyway, Syrian archers coming up forward. Looks like they were trying to come and get something over here. And see, this is what I'm talking about. I understand what he's trying to do here. He wanted to get rid of this tower, so it wouldn't be an issue anymore. Oh, we did get rid of one. Never mind. What am I talking about? Take it back. What even still? How many kills did he get overall? 14 kills. Oh, they're going to burn this down, aren't they? Yep, there we go. We've been seeing this a lot, too. People burning down towers so they're not as effective anymore. Already up to 41% fire damage? Good God. That was with one toss? Wow. That's insane. I guess it makes sense. I mean, the gatehouses take a while to burn down, so I guess that tracks. Syrians coming out of the woodworks here. Moving forward, definitely, I have to assume that they're going to try and get some angles. But if Egypt is not careful, this is going to burn down and cause some serious damage to his troops. But Galatia, likewise, will also get a severe beating in that department. Meanwhile, we have shots coming out still from Nabatea. Guess he's probably just trying to soften up some targets. Can't really blame him for that. And Nabatea is... well, looks like he's shifting quite a bit, actually, which... sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I mean, look, Galatia is already on his own to begin with. Nabatea is now, it appears at least, that's, you know, so what we have to guess is going to happen, is shifting now. This way, it looks like. And all that is going to do is leave Galatia even more on their own. We have Noble Horse General here, and then we have some more Galatian legionaries coming out of the woodwork. And what do we got? Galatian noblemen. And here come the slingers. This might have been some debate, actually, just to try and trick, which I could appreciate that if that's what that was. But here we go. Burning down towers left and right, going after these things. Carrying axemen up on the walls, tossing their projectiles. And, yeah, they're going after this. Galatian legionaries over here, though, getting absolutely shredded. Love to see that. However, 2 more units have made their way up on in here. Thurio spears holding it down. Shots coming in from Galatia's ballista, going after, it looks like possibly the peltasts, Thurio spears, or even the thorax swordsman. Who knows for sure? Or possibly just going after the wall right here and not making it. But look at this. Galatian legionaries' backs to the picked peltasts, getting absolutely shredded. These guys are going to be gone. I think Galatia is not going to have too great of a time here. He's already lost 2 units so far. Actually, yeah, 2. And he's going to lose 3 if he's not careful here. Yeah, he definitely needs to land these to make a little bit more of an impact, to put some stress on Pergamon and Egypt here. But yeah. Anyway, Kush. Meanwhile, Kush is... I don't know what Kush is doing. Looks like they managed to knock down the gate, so that's good. Sparta has moved up front and center. I would like to see the hoplites boxed up a little bit more, and a bit more of a square formation and in hoplite stance, just so they can hold on a little bit longer. Same with these guys here, but you know, what are you going to do? Mimi and Bowman are getting absolutely shredded, though. That was expected to happen. Look at this, though. Shotel warriors coming in, getting a nice little side charge on the Spartan hoplites. That's going to cause them to lose a couple men because of those big curved swords. So they need to reform the line as quickly as they possibly can. And again, I would like to see these guys get in the hoplite wall just so they can hold on a little bit better. Looks like shots are coming in, though, from the ballista. Yes, they are. How many kills? 25 so far. Not bad, not bad. And Nabatea still has yet to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Where's the rest of his army? Still hidden. Nabatea is going to be the weak link here. Because Galatia is being extraordinarily aggressive in a good way. And they're having a tough time, but... I mean, at least they have... Their army is here. It's getting up on the walls, and it's ready to go. Now, one of the problems here, too, though, with Galatia firing in, whether he's going after the wall or whatever he's trying to fire at, is some of the shots might go a bit wonky, and it could potentially end up hitting his own men by... What? These guys are getting eviscerated. Why? They're getting destroyed. Egypt, though, so far doing a pretty damn good job helping out Pergamon over here. So much so that Pergamon has actually pulled back some of his troops. But this, in turn, has kind of left the defense over here a little stale. So Egypt and Pergamon are going to have to be on their toes as Galatia mounts more and more men up onto the walls. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to go for the wall? I don't know what he's going for. Again, though, he's got to be careful because he could end up potentially getting his own men with shots instead. Meanwhile, Nabatea has finally made their way on in, and again, looks like, oh no, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go. You cannot stop. You guys are going to be dead in a matter of minutes. Anyway, Kush over here is not doing too hot either, at least with their Nubian spearmen. That's not to be, that's to be expected. Even the Shoto warriors are losing a little bit here. Of course, we had the carrying axemen tossing their jabbies right on in and getting in there. But of course, what do we have left out here? Ugh. Yeah, they're 4 armored Shotel warriors with carrying axemen here who are tossing their jabbies at this unit here, down to 143 men from 160. Haven't even made their way into the settlement yet, and they're already down a little bit here. Shoto warriors really stretching their line out. I guess they're trying to get up onto the walls or something here. But Sparta is denying access to these Shoto warriors and Nubian spearmen. They're holding it down for how long, though, we're not entirely sure this will last. Because, again, they got those nice curved meat cleavers that can just slice through armor. Oh, do we have the rest of the army? We do. Okay, what do we got? Heavy archers, of course, of course. And that's it. We don't orders general. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? Meanwhile, over here, Galatia is slowly but surely neutralizing the gatehouse. They're going to take it sooner or later. Carrion Axemen taking on some Galatian legionaries, but these Galatian legionaries are taking on, what do we got? 30 spears. No surprise that they are losing, but they should be in square formation, but hey, that's neither here nor there. What I would like to see right now is either the Thorax Swords or this Carrion Axeman unit swing around and charge right into the back of these guys, because otherwise this unit is going to be gone relatively soon. These guys need help as much as humanly possible. Meanwhile, ooh, big shots. How far can they reach? They're getting in there. They're getting in there. Ooh, it's a nice roll right there. Not bad. Looks like Sparta's actually falling back completely, and they might be giving up the first tier of the settlement. Which, not necessarily a terrible thing. I mean, at least they do that. They're going to be out of the range of at least Galatia's ballistas. I mean, Kush still has theirs. Are they out of ammo? Well, looks like they might be out of ammo. 102 kills. Yeah, they're out of ammo. Kush over here is not doing too good. Shoto warriors losing 108 kills so far on them. Nubian bowmen are fleeing. 9 kills there. And then, yeah, these guys are not doing too hot. Or at least they're just not making any type of headway. Nubian spears over here doing a terrible job. And then what we have, Thurio spears holding back 2 units of noble swordsmen, doing a pretty good job of it too, even though they are getting shot at the same time. But the Pictopeltis over here Tossing their jabbies right on in to the noble swordsman unit here, causing them to lose decisively. Hopefully they lose the will to fight relatively soon, and they also skedaddle off the battlefield. There we go. Thorax swords coming on in, getting into these Galatian legionaries, allowing the Karen axemen to get freed up and then countercharge right into the rear there. Thurio spears here, still holding on for dear life. Love to see it. We have some more Galatian legionaries over here, though, coming on in. Albeit a little late to the party. They don't have everyone here, but these Karen axemen are going to get smushed and most likely die. Love this, though. Nabatea is helping out his ally, firing into the back of these Thorax swordsmen and causing them to lose decisively. And there they go. Two of Egypt's units are about to break. And this Galatian legionary unit has been saved. Meanwhile, over here, the defense is crumbling a little bit, but again, they also pulled back quite a few troops. I'm wondering if this wasn't the idea from the beginning to initially let them in, and then... Why did you bring Cav? What do we have? Thorax Pikes, Hakeem Paliscard, Noble Cav, Hakeem Paliscard, Thorax Pike. So 4 Hakeem Paliscard, 2 Thorax Pike. You know how I feel about pikes on attack. Not necessarily my favorite thing in the world. Let's see. Ptolemy Cab made their way out. Haven't been spotted yet. Ballista still has ammunition, so they absolutely can get in here. He's just waiting. Wisely, too, for the Galatian noblemen to make their way up. This is a pretty serious spear unit. And they also have the counter cab tactics ability. But... yeah, wait a little bit longer. Actually, where is the other spear unit? There they are. Okay, perfect. There you go. I would say that you have carte blanche now at this point. You could probably get a good enough charge off that you would drastically drop the morale, potentially get them the route right away. And then if you're lucky enough, well, he's got Noble Horse, so he'll probably respond in kind, and then you'll lose your Ptolemaic Cab, but at least you'll get rid of the artillery there before it can use up all of its ammunition. So, defense has fallen back. Yeah, this didn't even get any kills. And it seems like the attackers don't even notice that this is here. So he could, I would say that he could probably spin this around and start ripping some shots through these Galatian legionaries, or something at least. They really, if he wanted to. But okay. Go for it. Who knows? Maybe he'll smash into this and then come way around and go up through here. But Sparta's still holding on over here, not letting Kush take a step forward. Hoplite's still doing a pretty good job. These guys are losing, though. They've been in it since pretty much the beginning, so it's no surprise. Carrying Axe Makono. Your pike? No, don't do that. Don't do that, silly. Don't do that, silly. Never put your pikes in that early. Especially when the enemy still has ammo. Ooh, Galatian Legionnaires trying to get up here. They managed to... Or no, there's only one tower here. But smush them into nothing. Hopefully they can get them the route completely. They are broken, but if they can get them the route, then they won't have to worry about them coming back, because there is 47 men left, and a 47-man unit can be super useful if you can find little gaps that you can sneak them on by. And then about face and rear charge into said enemy unit that you slipped on by. There we go. Doesn't even realize. So, artillery is gone. Only 86 kills, and at this point, I would probably... I'd come wide. Just so that their general couldn't... Not that he couldn't catch up, but that it would take longer for him to, you know? Kush, though, still doing a pretty good job. I mean, they're taking their time trying to get in here. It's not their fault. They met some stiff resistance from Sparta, combined with Egypt, so yeah, they're going to have a tough time to break through, make some decent headway. They actually seem to have at least suffered the most casualties in the beginning, because Glacier still has a pretty formidable force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relatively fresh Galatian legionaries, 2 depleted ones, a full contingent of noble horse, except for 2 guys who died, and then full-on Galatian spears, or Galatian noblemen, rather. Well, they're spears, so it counts. And then, of course, his Syrians that he's barely even touched. So far for Galatia, fantastic ammo management. Really didn't use them that much. Very aggressive play style. Got into the settlement as quickly as he possibly could and managed to beat back Pergamon and Egypt. Granted, Pergamon and Egypt did have a little of a loose defense over here. It was not very stalwart. Wasn't very thick. It wasn't a thick defense. I'm just going through synonyms here. Synonyms, not cinnamons. Anyway, look. So Galatia so far has done a great job. Nabatea has even done a great job. I thought Nabatea was kind of actually going to botch this, but somehow they've managed to come out this pretty well unscathed. A lot of their noble swords are still in pretty decent health. Not great, not bad. Some obviously are better than others. But he did lose some of his noble swords. But he still has a pretty hefty army of Rakim Palace Guard and then Nabatean Thorax Pikesmen. And then Kush is here. Kush, who I thought was going to have a pretty good time over here, is not having a pretty good time. They have been having such a difficult time. And honestly, I don't know why Kush is firing at the carrying axeman here. That is clearly what he's shooting at. This is not a threat. This is the smallest threat out of all the units here. What do we got? Nubian Bowman and a Cretan. Doesn't he have a slinger? Slingers I always feel like end up being really good. There's Ptolemy Cav just wrecking house on artillery over here. Slingers I always feel like are better against art. Like, it's just the natural call and response for archer. You know what I mean? Like, you got archers, send slingers after them. They should take care of them. Remember, slingers get a little bit of an AP damage, AP bonus. More so than archers do. So keep that in mind if you're going up against Rome. Definitely, or Sparta, or any heavily armored faction, and you're on defense. Yeah, go slingers. They're not terrible. I personally don't like them though, just because you can't fire over buildings. That's my biggest pet peeve, really. Here we go. Nabatea's moved forward with his 2 noble swordsmen taking on these thorax swords. But yeah, these guys just kind of get sent forward to probe a little bit, check out what's going on, see if they can punch through somewhat. Naturally, they can't. Galatia's coming over here, capture this gatehouse, probably try and lock out the Ptolemaic cab that's roving around. But honestly, it's not worth it. You're going to lose some guys making your way over here. And these arrow towers can't get you. They don't even make it up to here, so it's not really worth it. And once they get to a certain spot, which appears to be right about here, some of them are going to get shot by this tower right there. Eventually, where'd the Ptolemaic cab go? Oh my God. Please keep going. Push, push, push. He's not paying attention. I cannot believe this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How does he not see this right now? How is he not seeing this? This is wild. Push, completely unawares of what is going on. Ptolemaic Cav is going on a complete and utter rampage running down these Royal Kushite archers. And he definitely responded, because now he's trying to get them away. But he has his Kushite, very heavy melee cav, perfect for countering shock cav. Sitting there watching, the general is watching his men die by the handful. And he can't do anything about it. Getting his Shotel warriors, it seems like, frantically up. And he's still firing at the archers. Oh my god, one of the Shotel warriors have managed to make their way down here to try and take on these guys. He needs to pull them out and then cycle charge. He can't leave them in, not with the Shotel warriors here. He's got to cycle charge them, but it looks like he's actually pulling the Shotels away, abandoning his Kushite archers completely. Oh my goodness. Nabatea frantically sending over his cav, and Galatia as well, frantically sending over their cavalry to try and salvage any of the Kushite archers that they possibly can, as the Ptolemaic cav just runs rampant, trampling these poor archers into the ground, grinding them into dust. Good gracious. That number has skyrocketed and continues to skyrocket. At this point, who cares if you lose your Ptolemaic cav? You've done so much damage. One archer unit is gone, another one is routing, 2 more are severely beaten. And they had so much ammo. And finally, Kush wakes up to the reality that is befallen upon him, only for him to lose 2 out of his 4 archers. This unit will come back. Yep, see, there you go. Good God. I have never seen such a lack of tactical awareness in a replay in I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen something like that. Oh, good Lord. On a silver platter, Kush handed Egypt those kills. Good God. Sparta over here still holding on with 1 Spartan hoplite. Dude is holding back 1, 2, 3, 4 units. He's about to waver and break right now. And then here we are. This guy is trying to pull away, trying to get out of there. Hopefully he can save him. But here we go. Beginning of the end. So, do they still have their pikes? I mean, they should, right? Yes, they do. Okay, so we have 6 units of pikemen ready to go. Hercules pikes should be up front and center. Definitely, obviously, over here. And then, of course, over here as well. Now, let's... Are we gonna fire? I heard fire on the enemy. Let's do this real quick. Actually, we do something like this. Would be kind of cool, right? Man, if only the camera controls were better. Like, I should be able to sink into the wood here for the wall so I can get a better shot, in my opinion, but what do I know? That would probably break the game somehow. Bold, very bold. Kush, I'm going to have to assume, is maybe new. General, yeah, come on, man. You didn't know that was going to happen? What's he going to do? Come over here for what? General's gone. Dead. Maybe not dead, but he's gone. Now he's going to be dead. So there goes Kush's general. Immediately, Nubian spearmen start to waver. They weren't even getting shot at. Same with the Shoto warriors. Look how many are starting to waver because his general is dead and breaking. Unless he left. He might have left, and this is just the computer being the computer. I don't remember if it said that he quit out. Let me check real quick. Because that's potentially what could have happened. Let's see. Where are we at here, huh? So far, Kush is on a suicide run. Nabatea and Galatia are just kind of hanging out. Not doing too much. No, it doesn't say Sparta leaves. So, or Kush, doesn't say that Kush left. So he's just, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, he didn't leave, because if he did quit and the AI took over, the AI would like send his army all the way to the edge of the map and then back again. So he's still here. And he's letting his guys get shot at in the rear, no less. $105. These Syrians probably don't have a lot of ammo left. How are we doing here? Oh no, hold on. Let's slow this down a bit. I know, I'm sorry. 130, 50, and 48. So they still have ammo, they still have ammo. They still have ammo. And they still have ammo. What about them? 180, probably out. Yeah. Remember, always pay attention to your enemy's archers and whether or not they have their bows out or not, okay? That is always going to be a super important thing to pay attention to. But the other thing that you should absolutely pay attention to is the fact of how many kills that they have. All right, they can have their swords out and only have 40 kills, and that may not be true, because don't forget, you can put your archers into, what is it, skirmish mode, melee mode, whatever it's called, and they'll take out their daggers, their swords. And then you could fake them not having any more ammo, especially, like, let's say, let's see, 105, 62, 49, 49, 51, what about up here? 77. 77 could potentially be believable in not having any more ammo, okay? Absolutely, that because we've seen it before. We've seen it on my channel in replay videos where archers or slingers have anywhere from 40 to 60 kills, 70 kills, and they're out of ammo already. All right? So it's important to pay attention to whether or not the enemy's archers have their daggers out. And I know I keep saying this all the time, and I reiterate it a lot, but it's worth being said. Pay attention to your enemy's archers. Pay attention to how many kills they have. Pay attention to whether or not they have their bows or their daggers out. And then you can choose whether or not is it a quote-unquote priority target for you to focus down and fire at. Kush moving forward first. Looks like they're going to be the sacrificial lamb, at least on this side of the battlefield. They could, of course, make their way around this way if they wanted to, but, I mean, this is a death trap going up this way. Like, this is insane. Not saying that it's not impossible, but yeah, you're going to pay for it. Archer's already getting pretty beat up over here, taking fire. 89 kills, 3 guys left. And there they go. They might not have had too much ammo left, though. Shoto Warriors getting shredded by some jabby fire. They're going to make their way up here, but look at that. Hoplite wall. They're going to start to tank. And here goes Glacier again, once more, going to burn down the gatehouses here. It's been super effective. I mean, I can't really blame them for doing it. Looks like Nabatea is going to come over here try and do the same, but of course, it may not, probably won't pay off, unless he's just going to try and send... Oh, gee, I thought it said... I pulled the mouse away and I looked and I saw 0 kills. I was like, it has no kills and they're beat up that much, but that's not what happened. There they go. Jeez. And this is why I don't leave auto fire on my infantry units that have javelins, including Agama, Thurios, Royal Peltists, and everything. If it's an infantry unit and it has javelins, fire at will is getting turned off. Alright, Armored Shotels making their way up. Again, Pergamon's a little too close here. If he's not careful, this is going to collapse and kill some of his Thurio spears. Remember, this has become a very popular thing that I've been seeing, not frequently, but enough for it to be, for you to be aware of. Alright, is infantry units coming up here, burning down the tower so they don't have to get beat up as much as they're assaulting. And of course, you got to be careful, because if your units are too close, they're going to get hurt. Looks like, yeah, luckily, nick of time, pulling them on out. 49 kills, definitely out of ammunition. So now he's just going to send them on in. And they're away, just in the nick of time, too. This is about to burn down, so hopefully... I don't think it'll hit anybody. 160. What do we got? 160. 126. There we go. Get on in there. Smash those guys up. Too bad they can't... Oh, again, Pergamon, watch. Watch. Syrians are moving. Are they out? 114. I think that they are all out. No, they still have ammo. They still have ammo. These guys are out. No, they still have ammo too. Okay, so he still has quite a bit. But who knows? Meanwhile, over here, Keen Palace Guard getting sent on in, but gonna have to be careful. I think, yeah, Nabatea doesn't have too much left now. I mean, he has his pikes, he has his cab, which, again, bringing cab on attack is... Bringing, like, one cab for defense, along with, like, your general unit, if you choose to have your general as a cavalry unit, I think that's fine. Bringing 2 cab units, though, I feel is a waste. Because that's infantry units that you can have boots on the ground, making the initial assault, getting inside the settlement. I mean, luckily for them, you know, it's Kalmunun, and they brought artillery, so there are several gates that they can capture to get on inside, and they also knock down a section of wall. But, no, other settlements aren't as forgiving when it comes to the gatehouses, and if you don't take them, you're not getting your cab on the inside. Especially if you didn't bring any, or you or any of your allies bring any artillery with you. Ballista unit bravely fighting, getting smashed to bits. Armored Shotels pushing up, trying to make some headway here, but they're not really managing to get anywhere here. Thurio spears in square formation, holding on tight. Love to see it. Some more Spartan hoplites moving on in. Royal Kushite, the last remaining Royal Kushite archer, doing what he possibly can to stem the tide. Game of Spears tossing their jabbies, getting on in. And, yeah, the Rakim Palace Guard, I think, is going to have a tough time attacking. Nabatea again is one of those factions that I feel is better for either defending or doing land battles, because they get some pretty good cavalry. But their offensive capabilities, I feel, are for a siege battle is just, I don't think, is up to snuff. I mean, noble swordsmen aren't that great. The axe warriors are good. They can punch above their weight. Oh, come on, Pergamon, move your guys, please, please. Too close. Much too close. I think he's going to lose some guys here. Just unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Pikemen coming forward. But Egypt still has quite a bit of ammo left. So does well, 32, so they're probably out. But of course we have a boatload of a game of spears, so that's also good. Galatia is... What are you doing? Again, ugh. I feel like Galatia's losing focus here. Going after towers, losing men to go after towers. It's not worth it. Like, they should be focusing solely going up here, trying to push through here. This is what they should be focused on, trying to get through. But that's not what's happening. Pikes in? Not yet. Palace Guard's not doing too good, though. Why can't I... Do you see this? I'm not doing anything either. That's just how the camera's working because of the wall. What is... Please, someone make a mod for the camera. I'm begging you. Someone make a mod for the camera. How many guys did he lose? Quite a bit. That's what I'm saying. All right. So far the defense has been really good. I definitely think that it was planned for them to fall back. Not a bad idea. They have two really good defensive factions. I mean, Pergamon and Sparta. So they can definitely hold for quite a bit. Hotels would definitely be a little bit of a problem, but he doesn't have a lot left. And the Galatian Legionaries, solid unit. I mean, a single bronze chevron. Oh, that was battle rhythm. Never mind. But even still, they're a very good all-around unit. I mean, melee attack's 40, weapon damage is 40. And then the melee defense is 65, I think, or maybe 67. Let's see. 67. But they're kind of good at everything. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, that's what they have going for them, is that they're kind of good at everything. Ugh, come on. Please. Oh. Okay, yes. You're right. N, I was thinking of the mouse wheel. You're right. N does zoom in. And that helps me a lot. So thank you for that tidbit of information, because I had been wondering for the longest time what zoomed in the way it did, and now I know. So bless you for the tip. Let's pull this back a bit. Pull it back like this. Okay. God, I hate the walls. I hate them. That's not going to be good enough. Anyway, sorry. Moving right along. Defense so far has been holding up pretty well. There's a lot of guys over here. I feel like this is not getting the type of defense that needs. Pergamon needs to move this is a game of spear and get them in here to help hold the line. I'd also would like to see the Thorax Swordsman and Shield Wall, but that's neither here nor there. Royal Peltis up here. 33 kills. Looks like they managed to do some serious damage to some of these guys. What's going on here? Is he running away? And here we go. Yeah, Glacia's probing. Again, it's... I will bet you that Pergamon would have never come down this hill if Galatia never went over here. I'm willing to bet you that. This is also a mistake, going after... Charging. Gonna get a nice charge off here. Game of spears, and then these Peltis are gonna come right around. They're just gonna waffle them in place. And those Galatians are probably gonna do pretty poorly. A little bit of wavering from both sides here. Oh, a guy was just on fire, too. I missed that. That sucks. Alright, so let's take stock of the situation. Bounce power is definitely in the favor of the defenders at the moment. And as far as manpower goes, Galatia's still kind of... Oh, no. He did something with his general, and he regretted it. Down to 35 men. They were a lot more at that point. Must have came in here, but now, yeah. Pergamese Noble Cab going to come in, get a nice big charge off of these Galatian Legionaries. More Galatian Legionaries coming on over here, but again, that's not going to work out for them. I don't believe. Meanwhile, the defense holds. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left in this one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel. I, of course, appreciate it as well. Rakim Palace Guard coming back up for a second go-around against Egypt. Mortal enemies. Here we go. Hold on back. Don't really blame them. It is pikes. There you go. That's the way to do it. Nice little V of Death. That's one way to deal with the pikes, because they're gonna have to pick one thing to go for, or it's just gonna be a straight line to deal with this. And even if it is a straight line, then some of these units are gonna start to wrap around and start hitting them in the back. Meanwhile, we got some wavering from Pergamon going over here. Pretty serious. Galatian Legionaries starting to push their way through, but Sparta's coming back over here to reinforce the line. Pericloid pikemen coming in, and they're probably going to start to do some serious damage. I would imagine that Galatia and Nabatea are pretty much out of ammunition. Kush is definitely 100% out of the game. It doesn't matter that he has 3 units left. They're just kind of running around with, like chickens with their heads cut off. Meanwhile, over here, his general's still alive, but for how much longer? Who actually knows? Pick Peltis coming over here, going to get into a fight with the Nabatean Noble Cab. Definitely lose that, but I mean, it's slowing these guys down. They're going to lose some of their horsemen here, so that'll be something. But again, they're going after these towers. I think this is a mistake of worrying about these towers and stuff, because again, like I said, if they had never came over here, I don't think Pergamon would have ever came down the hill and come this way, because now look at this. There are 2, both the Nabatean Noble Cav, The archers here, who definitely don't have any ammo left, and the general are all now going to get smushed. Smart, noble cab going after the archers, and then you have 3 units of a game of spear and or Thurios spear making their way over here, and they're going to wreck house in these guys. I mean, all you really need to do is send 1 more game of spear over here, and then these 2 can come and deal with the Galatian legionaries. That's easy enough. I mean, the Assyrians aren't going to do jack. Going to do but 2 things, and that's jack and squat. Meanwhile, over here, pikemen have moved, or Rakim Palace Guard, rather, have moved on in once more. They're doing all right. Not great, though. Armored Chotel is going to try and do what they can against the Thorax Swordsmen. They are losing decisively. Carrying Axemen trying to back them up as best as they can, but that probably will not last for too much longer. Meanwhile, Royal Peltist here getting into the side of the of these noble swordsmen, and hopefully they can get rid of these guys quickly, and then they can move forward a little bit more and go after into the back of the Armored Chotel warriors. Now, Pergamon and or Egypt had any ranged units left that actually had... Well, there you go. It just answered my question. We have, what is it, Nubian Bowmen? Mercenary Cretans firing right on into over here. But honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, especially if these Royal Peltists still have their Javies, which it looks like they do. Bring them down right around over here. Plop them down right here. Don't use the Javelins yet. Wait until the Rakim Palace Guard or the Pikes get sent in. Then use the Javelins to weaken them up. Make them nice, soft, and squishy. And then that's what you do. Meanwhile, over here, Nabatea is scrambling with his cab, trying to do something to get them out of here. Save them somehow. And or break through by killing Pergamon's units here. But unfortunately, the Pig Peltis and the Game of Spears quite possibly could end up proving too much. Pergame's Noble Cav, however, doing a hell of a job. 201 kills. They're going to move on out of here and probably wrap around and go after something. What, though? Who knows? Looks like they're just going to chill for a second. Game of Spears winning decisively. Again, like to see them in square formation just to solidify their winning decisively-ness. These guys also in square formation, losing slightly, but that potentially could get turned around. We'll just have to wait and see. And then we have the Cretans here. How far can they actually reach? Up to here. This is the Cretans line right here. This is not bad. They can reach pretty far, but they're not going to be able to get anything. Well, if they shifted, they could go after these Galatian noblemen. Meanwhile, over here, General has come on over. Looks like he has popped Rally and raised banner. Love to see it. Definitely a good skill to use. Thorax Pikemen have made their way on over here too. Probably in anticipation of Nabatea's pikes coming on in. And at this point, this side has pretty much been won. I would say that Pergamon and Egypt could bring the rest of their units down and bring them over here to solidify this win. Some wavering from Nabatea and Galatia. Galatia is pretty much all but done for. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 units left. And Nabatea is a little sneaky. Actually managed to sneak on by, but I mean, it's not going to be... Yeah, look at that. Nabatea, or Pergamon is on top of it, getting a unit of Game of Spears over here just in the nick of time. Hopefully he can get them into square formation so they can brace for this initial charge. And then, yeah, you have the Pick Peltis here that could also jump on in and help however they need to. There you go. This is pretty much done. Pikes? Oh, these are the Pikes. I can't believe he's left them out here for that long. Yeah, now they're just going to get shot at. Pikes from Egypt moving in. They're going to start doing their pokey poke business. Smashing these Nabateans over here. Here comes Egypt, Pergamon, and Sparta coming for Galatia's head. Slow it down. Still trying to get a screenshot. Nice little thumbnail. How we doing here? Pergamese Noble Cav rushing up. Coming to meet? Yeah. I'm going to smash into those guys. Love to see it. Who zoomed in, though? This might be good, actually. Like that guy was looking at me. Let's see, right here. There we go. That's going to be the screenshot. We got it. Let's get back into the last few seconds of this battle. Very good. This, honestly could have gone either way. I think if Kush had played a little bit smarter, which I think is hilarious to me because I thought it was going to be Nabatea that drops the ball. But I think if Kush had played a little bit smarter, and possibly too if Nabatea had been a little bit more aggressive in the beginning, then this might be a little bit different. Overall, though, this is a really good siege defense. I feel like we never see a two-tiered defense too often, especially when it feels like it was intentional, because this one felt intentional for them to fall back. But anyway, let's get into this, huh? Shall we? Shall we? Madara Uchiha getting 2,172 kills, 35 kills for his general, 408 for the Tame Cav. Just amazing. Like legitimately amazing that Kush just had that on a silver platter and handed it to him. Oh, my goodness. 54, 224, 89, and 66 for the archers. Carrying axe, woo, my goodness. 117 for a Karen Axeman unit. Love to see it. 58, 74, even that's impressive, and 62. 168 for the other Elder Peltis. 70 and 0 for the Thorax Spikes. 80, 224, good lord. 79, 48, 96, 49, and 171 for the Thorax Swords. Look at this. Vulcan de Pis? I don't know. 2,065, 248 for the Pergamese Noble Cav. 32, 141, 248. See what I tell you. And 104 for the Pictopeltists. A game of Spears, 94, 119, 69, 121, 136, 203, 47, 58 for the Pikes. 30 Spears, 56, 77, 64, 29, 53, 69, and 97. And then Jamie Bear, 1,600 and 37 kills. 0 for the General, 117, 139, and 109 for the Cretans. Well done. Here's a Sparta, 77 and 1. Paraguay Pikes, 83 and 5. And then Spartan Hoplites, 90, 143, 58, 71, 108, 104, 82, 102, 61, 104, 105, and 76. Well done. Holding the line there. Fearful, 2468. 1,756 kills. 24 for his general, 66 for the Ballista, 104 and 90 for the Nabatean Noble Cav. Wait, it was Noble Cav? Yeah, no, they're not shocked. That's melee. Heavy archers, 180, 139, 83, and 134. 0 and 25 for the Nabatean Thorax Pikes. 26, 80, 186, 54, 52, 56, 115, and 171 for the Noble Swordsman. 196, 8, and 47 for the Rakim Palace Guard. Doc Dingo getting 2,000, and most out of everybody here, too. He really did a good job. I got to hand it to him. 2,362. I just feel like he got a little distracted with towers in the end. 48 for his general, 86 for the Ballista, 87 for the Slingers, 172, 163, and 146 for the Syrians. Galatian Swords, 64, 193, or Swordsmen, Galatian Legionaries, never mind. You know what I mean. 263, 129, 186, 112, 226, 54, 17, 42, 130, and 13, and then 168 and 63 for the Galatian Noblemen. And then Notchin Vegas, 1,500. 5 for the general. Sad. 105, not bad for the Ballista. 45, 34, 40, and 30. Jeez. For the Kushite Royal Archers. Shotels, 197, 107, 164, 112. Armored Shotels, 235, 119, 165, 43. And then Nobian Spears, 8, 55, 13, 18, and 5. Yeah, never bring any of Kush's spear units. Unless they're like the leopard spears. And even still then, not really worth it. In my opinion. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. This is a hell of a siege defense. Loved it. And with that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.